Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again inside the gymnasium here at Milford High School as we get set to bring you coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics right here on Milford TV. Tim Coet here on the call. I'll be joined momentarily by Josue Pavone as we get set to bring you another Hockomock League crossover matchup as the Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks basketball team gets set to take on the Attleboro Lady Bombardiers. And for Milford, they are looking to get back on a winning way. Coming into this game tonight on a two-game losing streak, losses to Sharon and Foxborough last week. Foxborough, a game you had a chance to see right here on Milford TV. It ended up being a 66-55 loss. It ended up being a real tough start in that game for the Lady Hawks. They were outscored in the first quarter of that game by a margin of 20-7. Milford actually went on to outscore Foxborough for the remaining three quarters by just a hair, but it ended up just being too high of a deficit to overcome after that first quarter. A very tough Foxborough team, a lot of outside shooting for Foxborough that Milford fell victim to on the night, so that is something they will look to clean up in their defensive game on the floor tonight. But it is going to be another offensive juggernaut opposing Milford tonight in the Attleboro Lady Bombardiers. Just one loss on the season so far for the Lady Bombardiers. They've absorbed a lot of injuries so far this season, losing one of their best players for the season in Julia Strachan, but they have not missed a beat. They come into this game here tonight just 8-1 on the season, so an impressive start to the season for the Lady Bombardiers. And you look at their average margin of victory on the season, they have been beating opponents by an average of 15.5 points a night. So this offense has been lethal. They have been cutting through every Hockomock League opponent they have faced so far on the season. Their only loss came in a game earlier this season to Stoughton, but they have been battle-tested. They have faced some very tough opponents. They have beaten the likes of North Attleboro, which Milford fell victim to earlier this season. They have already beaten a very tough Franklin team, and they have already beaten Foxborough as well. So Milford's opponent in their previous game, Attleboro was able to defeat the Lady Warriors. It was a close game. They were able to beat them by a final score of 53-52. So that just goes to show you the quality opponent that Milford is going to face here tonight. On a two-game losing streak, again, they will look to wipe out that losing streak and get back above the 500 mark on the season. So a big game here in the Milford gym tonight as the Lady Hawks, again, take on the Attleboro Lady Bombardiers. We will have the opening tip coming up next here on Milford TV. Right back inside the Milford gym, ladies and gentlemen, about to get this game underway between Milford and Attleboro. Your starting five for your Lady Hawks for tonight's game: Kate Irwin, Nicole Dahlgren, Emma Liskoff, Jill Powers, and Juliana Tracy. And for the visiting Attleboro Lady Bombardiers, their starting five: Emily Houle, Emma Vlashy, Fatima McDonald, Jordan Lacco, and Sam Pierce. Attleboro's head coach is Rick Patch, and of course Milford's head coach is Milford High School alumni T.J. Dolliver. As both teams are now on the court, ready to go. Tim Coet and Josue Pavone here on the call. Rob O'Keefe also on the coverage for Milford TV. And this girls basketball action underway as Milford ever so briefly controls the opening tip. A quick steal for Attleboro's Emily Houle, but the shot no good. And another tipped pass and nearly stolen again. Dahlgren able to hang on. They call for the jump ball.
And it looks like the possession is going to go to Attleboro, but that was a great stop by Katie Irwin to get things going. It's going to be very important just to play well against Attleboro defensively, especially in the first quarter. You have to set the tone against a team like this.
First outside shot for Attleboro on the night, taken by Houle, another miss, so it stays scoreless here in this opening minute of the first quarter. Attleboro's finally, Milford I should say, able to advance it onto their offensive side of the floor for a quick shot, but just one and done on that possession. We look at those two early intercepted passes, Josue, on the Attleboro side. That was a problem for Milford all game long against Foxborough. A lot of turnovers, especially in the first half, and so now we're seeing that trend occur again here tonight in just the first couple of trips up the floor.
Right, and there was a completely different story in the second half, I feel like, because I feel like Milford stepped it up defensively, but it was just too much to come back from because Foxborough was able to build a big enough advantage throughout the first half.
Already now the third Milford turnover. It sets up the jumper for Sam Pierce for the Lady Bombardiers, and she opens up the scoring. And now a fourth steal as another pass is intercepted. A little give and go for the Lady Bombardiers under the basket.
Again, Irwin gets back right in time to disrupt that pass for Attleboro. Good job by her.
Just very tight defense
Yeah, that was a great trap by Attleboro. Luckily, Milford still has possession here.
Coach Dolliver wanting to call the timeout, but it ended up being a nice play for Jill Powers, who was able to deflect it off of Attleboro and out.
Oh, good move.
Good pass inside into Powers from Irwin. The shot doesn't fall, and now Tracy trying to get it back to Powers, but the deflection away. Milford able to take it back on the other side, however, as Sam Pierce can't control it.
There you go. That's the shot you want.
Clean look for Powers, and she knocks it down. That is her comfort zone. That particular spot on the floor right there, and it leapfrogs Milford ahead 3-2. So Jill Powers knocking down a number of those shots from that exact spot during shoot-around prior to the game. You can see that she's just very comfortable there as Pierce gets the feed under the basket, gets the points, and a chance for a three-point play.
Tracy's going to have her hands full down low, but she's done a good job getting there. She's got there to the spot. Unfortunately, she got called for a foul there, but the possession before that, she was able to cut off the baseline for Attleboro, and she took away a layup about 2 possessions ago. So if she can keep that up, that's going to be very helpful for Milford early on. Oh, one more pass.
Great idea there for Jill Powers, but the bounce pass, she rushed it a bit. It just got away from the reach of Juliana Tracy, and we have an early timeout, still 5 minutes and 39 seconds to go in this opening quarter. A 4-3 lead for Attleboro over Milford. We'll take the timeout as well. Much more to come next here on Milford TV. Back now out of the timeout, the 4th place Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks out of the Davenport division, taking on the 2nd place team in the Kelly Rex division, the Attleboro Lady Bombardiers. Attleboro 8-1 overall on the season, 4-1 in league play. Milford and even 4-4 overall on the season, but just 1 victory in 5 tries against league opponents.
Great job by Milford. Not only are they active with their hands, but they're being very vocal.
Now hard contact here just beyond our position. It results in the steal for Attleboro, but the travel is called. Jill Powers just never shies away from that kind of contact, that kind of physical play.
Nope, no, she doesn't. She got right back up too.
Tries to thread a pass between 2 defenders. It does not work out.
Yeah, it was a little too early there, but good idea.
A chance to set her feet from 3-point range. Fatima McDonald, one of the 2 captains on this Attleboro squad. The shot does not fall, but Poole is able to scoop up the rebound, and Attleboro resets.
Great defense.
Pierce forces up the shot and ends up making her 2nd appearance at the free throw line.
Yeah, Powers got there a little too late there, but I thought that, again, back to Tracy, she's doing a really good job getting in the post and defending it well. She got there right away, and fortunately Powers got there with the double team and hit her with a little contact, got her to the free throw line.
Sam Pierce connects on the first try. She has right now scored all 5 of the points that Attleboro currently has, as Jill Powers will get an early breather in this game, as will Juliana Tracy. Jill Burley and Jill Valenzola into the game as Pierce knocks down her 2nd successful free throw attempt. Still a 1-possession game at 6-3 as Irwin gets trapped. She's able to get out of it. Here's Valenzola. She feels the pressure. Dishes to Nicole Dahlgren. She can't get the bank shot. Liskov able to track down the rebound, and Milford now can reset the offense. Valenzola just swarmed 4 defenders, immediately close in on her position. Hard not to hear the words of Coach Dolliver over on the sideline, telling his team they're playing sloppy right now. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Poole defended by Burley. Burley stands her ground. A couple of attempts for Emily Houle, no good. Now a scrum for the loose ball. Attleboro is able to lock it down.
Push down low. Oh, great job.
It's Liskov now diving for the loose ball, but again, Attleboro's able to recover it.
Great hands by Liskov.
So So an extended possession here for Attleboro, and it's going to result in points once again for Pierce, who is now up to 8 points. All 8 points scored in this first quarter by Pierce, who now initiates the steal, and all alone under the basket, it is Jordan Lako.
Looks like Irwin's hurt there. She's been grabbing her wrist. Defender swiped at her when she made that pass. Hopefully she's okay.
She will take a seat on the bench, and that is obviously a glaring loss for Milford for as long as she's out of the game right now, getting checked out by the training staff, favoring that left wrist.
It's the second time in 2 games we've seen her go to the training staff. Tough break for Irwin. Hopefully she's all right. Last game she was all right. She got hit in the nose. Hopefully that's the case this time around. Hopefully she's all right.
Another near steal. Liskov able to bail Milford out that time. The jumper from Valenzola, and Valenzola able to break up that run that Attleboro was on.
Milford's up by 5, but you can't let up on defense here. You gotta defend. You gotta lock down, especially down low. A lot of activity going on down low for Attleboro. That leads to their offense, leads to open shots.
Attleboro owning that 10-5 lead. Under 3 minutes to play in the first. Poole working on Burley. She's able to make the spin move, loses control of the basketball, and is called for the travel.
One too many steps there.
A lot to focus on the defensive side of the floor for Milford tonight with all of the weapons on this Attleboro offense. They've done a good job keeping Attleboro relatively in check, but right now needing to figure things out offensively.
Moving the ball here.
Jill Burley, active hands at half court, was able to get it back for the Lady Hawks. This will now be Attleboro basketball. It is worth noting that Attleboro, at least to start this game, is without arguably their best offensive weapon in Sarah Deo. She has been one of the leading scorers in all of the Hockomock League this season. Right now sitting. She did come out of Attleboro's last game around halftime with an elbow injury, did not return, and right now a spectator in this game tonight.
Great move by Pierce there for Attleboro. Strong move to the hoop, and she's going to get 2 from the free throw line here.
Pierce has been a strong player for Attleboro so far this season. Just a sophomore, she was able to score 13 points and pull down 12 rebounds in Attleboro's win against their rivals North Attleboro in their last game.
Coach Dolliver puts in, restarts Tracy here to beef up the defense up in the front court. I think that's a good idea.
Attleboro trying to trap Dahlgren in the backcourt. She's able to advance it to Christina Capone. So Coach Dolliver going heavy to his bench.
Oh, come on, keep moving, keep
Towards
moving.
the end of this first quarter, just 1:48 to play. Try to free up Liskov. She has some room inside, knocks down the shot. It's Liskov's first bucket of this first quarter.
And that's what Milford needs to keep doing. They need to keep moving that ball around, because otherwise you're going to get stuck in Attleboro's trap, which they've been doing really well so far in this first quarter. Don't want to get stuck in their double team.
Now it's Houle from 3-point range off the side of the rim. Rebound initially grabbed by Capone, but she couldn't secure it.
An open shot here in the corner.
Here's Vlashy from 3-point range, and she's able to knock it down for Attleboro. They call it a long 2. A 7-point lead for Attleboro as we have just 60 seconds left to play.
Yeah, there you go. Keep moving that ball around. Attleboro's in a zone defense right now, and you can't make silly passes like that when you're in the zone, because they're going to make you pay.
Yeah, pass to nowhere as Emma Vlashy was able to intercept it, but she loses control on the other end of the floor, and Milford will once again regain possession.
Best way to counter the zone defense is to keep moving that ball around throughout the perimeter and look for your open shot, which is what they've done. Why they have 14 points right now.
Now Dahlgren down to the court to try to reel that one in. Jump ball, but it will be possession arrow Attleboro. Check that. That was a quick flip of the scorers table, so possession arrow was with Milford. feed from Powers into Capone. Her shot blocked. The rebound forced back Attleboro's way. Now getting up ahead quickly in transition.
Great job.
Again, nice speed out of Milford, getting back defensively. Down to 20 seconds in the quarter. Here's Dahlgren from long range off the back of the rim. Rebound Attleboro.
Great transition defense here.
Poole electing to go hard to the basket with just 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Stays Lady Bombardier ball.
Yeah, they're going to play for one here, so Milford's got to buckle in here and defend.
Bounce pass goes way out. Lightning quick feed inside to Poole. A nice block,
That was
but
a great block.
the foul called in the end. Sends Emily Houle to the line with an even 5 seconds to go. Houle can't connect on her first attempt.
You know why, Tim? The ball doesn't lie. That was a great block. That's why she missed.
Two misses for Houle.
Come on, go on. Get it up there. Get up there.
Just
Toss
a
it.
second to go, and Dahlgren just could not get herself in position to take the shot before time expires. So the first 8 minutes in the books of this game, a 14-7 lead for Attleboro. But overall, Milford doing a really good job in that first quarter defensively. And I think we've seen a big improvement in their defense under the basket specifically.
Especially without Katie Irwin, because she's still with a trainer right now. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, you have to think the longer that she stays out, the worse it looks for her opportunity to get back into this game. And you can see she's pretty upset on the sideline as trainer Jonathan Raskow continues to work with her. Meanwhile, from a game planning standpoint, you've really got to put your focus, if you're the Milford defense, on Sam Pierce. She was really big trouble for Milford in that first quarter. 6 points from the floor, another 4 from the free throw line. So outside of that, Attleboro with a 2-point bucket out of Jordan Lako and Emma Vlashy with a bucket, but Sam Pierce is really killing them right now.
Yeah, she is. She is, which is why I think that Juliana Tracy came back into the game, because I think that coach wanted her to get back on to defending her like she was earlier, and also I think he wanted to give her a breather. You know, I think he really wanted her to finish off that quarter and finish off strong for Milford, and that's exactly what happened.
Start of the second quarter now, as right now it will be Christina Capone who will act as this team's de facto point guard in the absence of Kate Irwin. Out there on the floor with Nicole Dahlgren, Emma Liskoff, Juliana Tracy, and Jill Powers. Quick whistle just 13 seconds into this second quarter.
Yeah, foul is called on Capone here. Milford has to keep those hands up. They're doing a really good job with that. Very active hands, vocal, have to talk on defense.
Right now, fouls in this game, 6 for Milford. Attleboro has yet to commit an infraction.
Now watch the middle.
It's Pierce. A whistle under the basket will once again send Sam Pierce to the line. She's knocked down 4 of her first 5 free throw attempts tonight. Pierce really putting this Attleboro team on her back in the first half, playing a bigger role tonight in the absence of Sarah Deo, and right now she is having just a tremendous impact all the way around. Still in the opening minute of the second quarter as Milford looks to advance. And somehow Dahlgren able to get that pass ahead to Powers, now inside to Tracy. Tracy can't get the roll around the rim.
Great fight.
Under the basket, Jordan.
Great fight by Capone.
Quick shot from Liskoff off the inbounds pass. Rushed that a little too much. Milford able to get the rebound, and now finally Attleboro is able to put an end to the possession. No points on that trip up the floor for the Lady Hawks. 16-7 lead now for the visiting Attleboro Lady Bombardiers. The shot from three-point range is no good, but the foul from beyond the arc, it's going to go against Dahlgren. And that's going to send Mish Logi to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, I don't think ref's going to call that until she falls to the ground. Kind of sold it there, but hey, a foul's a foul.
Good bounce off the back of the rim for the first attempt from Logi. Jess Tomaso, who had checked into the game, now back to the sideline. Nicole Dahlgren right back in. We've not seen much of sophomore Jess Tomaso so far. One more free throw coming up for Logi. She finally misses the third. So 2 out of 3.
Push. Good chance for Milford to get out in front here with the missed free throw.
Tomaso right back in, gets it to Capone. Capone in the lane, can't get it to fall.
It's too bad. That was a good look for Capone.
Down into the far corner now, back outside for Fatima McDonald, and she knocks down the 3.
Tomaso has to help out with this press breaker here because they have to get this over.
Still having trouble. They are able to get it ahead.
Great
a clean
job.
pass to Tracy. Can't get the bank off the glass. She is able to get her own rebound, and now the foul. And Milford's first trip to the free throw line on just the first foul called against the Attleboro Lady Bombardiers tonight.
Milford did a really good job taking up the middle there. They broke the press breaker and they found an open teammate down low, which is exactly what you want to do against the press.
Two tough misses for Juliana Tracy. Milford really can't afford to pass up on easy opportunities to score like that. Here, though, Attleboro loses control. Tomaso. Whistle goes against Tomaso.
Fired up.
Tomaso bringing that presence to the floor as usual. The referee taking some time to talk things over with Coach Dolliver, apparently feeling like that was a bit too physical out of Tomaso. .609 to play in the first half. The lead has ballooned out to 21-7 for Attleboro. Milford yet to score here in the second quarter. Back to Milford basketball. We'll see if they can break this press as they did on their last trip. Instead, Attleboro backs off. The foul on the floor going against Attleboro, so no shots for Powers. She will inbound from underneath her own basket.
Well, that was a great move by Powers. I'd like to see her be more aggressive here on the offense and try to get herself to the free throw line or either get a layup because she has that ability to do that. She had the early three-pointer to start the game, and she's been relatively quiet ever since. So that's one thing I will look for in this first half before halftime.
Back to the line for Tracy. Tracy, a clean look on her first attempt. Just 1 for 4 from the line for Juliana Tracy. She is the only Lady Hawks player to make it to the free throw line so far tonight. Just over 5.5 minutes to play in the half. Into the game now, Grace Mayer. She has her shot emphatically blocked. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Attleboro. Send it outside to McDonald. Another foul goes against Milford. It's their 10th foul now of the half. So a trip to the line now from Mayer, sophomore on this varsity squad.
Tracy's going to have to be careful here. You don't want her to get into foul trouble and not have to play much of the second half. Looks like Dolliver might be subbing her out. Yeah, he is, as expected. I want to save her for the second half. She's going to need her defense down low.
Christine Pye into the game. She missed last Friday night's game against Foxborough. But back out there.
Risky pass.
Leads to yet another turnover, and now Liskov, a quick move. She's able to steal it back.
Oh, great pass.
Head to the sophomore Tommaso, can't get the bounce, but Milford gets the rebound, and it will be Christine Pye heading to the line.
Great pass. She led her to that ball. Didn't pass it to her directly, but in front of her, made it easy for her to grab it and go right to the hoop, or take the shot, I should say.
Christine Pye wasting no time taking that first free throw attempt.
She just came in the game too. She's ready to go.
No dribbles, just right to the shot, and it works. 2 free throws for
behind
Christine
you, Pye. Good play.
Now on the defensive side, Pye gets the block.
You're welcome, Pye. She heard me. You know, I said it loud enough, right?
Eventually, Attleboro is able to find Pierce outside on the inbounds pass. That
Great
pass
hands.
blocked, pulled down by Tommaso, and now Liskov back up the floor. She takes it to the basket and gets the shot.
Let's go, Milford. Milford on a run here.
Cutting it to an 11-point lead. And now Attleboro called for the travel, so this is the biggest swing in Milford's favor we've seen so far tonight.
And that's when you start seeing the mental mistakes by your opponent. Attleboro turning the ball over right on the other end, giving Milford another chance to add on to this lead with 4:46 left to go in the first half.
Milford having a hard time getting this ball back in bounds.
Attleboro wants the ball back. They're very active right now on defense.
A third chance to get it back onto the court for Jill Powers. She's able to get it to Tommaso. They try to free up Powers outside. Instead, she swings it around to Capone, gets it right back.
Good job by Powers getting on top of the key there. Spread things out.
Christine Pye, that shot no good, and finally Attleboro is able to put an end to it, but some real nice movement on that possession for Milford, trying to spread out that Attleboro defense. It's Mayer now trapped on the sideline. She kicks it back out to McDonald. Now Houle. The foul goes against Christine Pye. 4:08 to play. Emily Houle's had some difficulty from the free throw line tonight. She's missed all 3 attempts she's made so far. Emily Houle actually not yet on the score sheet tonight, which is unusual for one of Attleboro's captains and star players, and there she's able to net her second free throw attempt.
Come on, dribble it up. No,
Capone trying to get it ahead to Pye. It's stolen. Capone almost able to get it back, but ran out of space on the floor. .356 to play until we reach halftime. A 12-point lead for Attleboro as Capone defends. Now inside to Pierce. Pierce able to get over the defense, but her shot no good. It stays Attleboro ball. And you could clearly see there the height advantage that Pierce has over the Milford defenders.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't get that layup in. Milford caught a break there.
Around to Hool. Hool can't find any space. Still plenty of time on the shot clock.
Now Pierce going to work inside the middle now. Down low.
They find Vlashy. Vlashy can't get enough elevation. The ball's still loose. And Emma Vlashy for Attleboro able to get it back. More good defense from Milford. And Pye gets another block. The whistle against the visitors. What a great defensive stand for Milford.
Talk about becoming an X factor right here in the first half. As soon as you come into the game, Christine Pye doing a great job.
Jill Powers called for the travel. She was pinned down on the sideline. Right now, Kate Irwin still on the sidelines as Vlashy gets the feed all alone under the basket. She missed the initial shot, but able to get the second chance effort. Irwin right now with a brace on that left wrist and also icing it. So highly unlikely Milford's leading scorer will be back tonight, but Christine Pye able to grab a bucket. Two and a half minutes to go, a 26-14 lead for Attleboro.
Oh, she lost her dribble here, so Milford got to stop.
You could see Jill Powers, as she was defending, calling for the travel. Did not get the whistle from the official, but another block for Milford. They're able to take it back up the floor. Tommaso
thread the needle there, almost stepped out of bounds.
Christine Pye continuing to fight under the basket. And now it's Liskoff. Attleboro called for the foul. It looked to go against Fatima McDonald. Into Capone. Capone directing traffic. Here's Powers from three, too strong. Rebound cleaned up by Attleboro. Back up the floor with under 2 minutes to go, all the way to the basket. No good on the shot for Lako.
Great play. Another block. Christine Pye, she's got 4.
Tommaso stripped under the basket. She wanted the call, doesn't get it. .23 seconds on the shot clock as it stays Milford ball. Liskoff, quick pass to Pye. They free up Tommaso from downtown. She makes the shot.
What a three.
Jess Tommaso inching Milford closer. Back to a single-digit lead for Attleboro at 26-17.
Great swing pass, too. They knew exactly where she was. They knew that she had no one in front of her face, and Tommaso showed no hesitation in shooting that three as she knocked it down.
Milford making things very interesting down the stretch of the second quarter. Attleboro calls the timeout. 1:20 left to go until we hit intermission. 26-17, still in favor of the visitors here on coverage of Scarlet Hawks Athletics on Milford TV. An entertaining finish to this first half. 26-17, Attleboro leads it. Advancing the ball up the floor is the senior captain, Emily Hool.
Good job, Capone with her hands.
Force Attleboro back outside.
Not making any contact, just staying right in front of her defender. Her opponent, I should say.
Coming down to the final minute of play. Hool from outside, off the side of the rim. Rebound controlled by Sam Pierce. She can't get the shot to fall. A third chance now for Attleboro as they reset. Down to 45 seconds as it's Hool forcing her way inside. Rolls all the way around the rim and finally in.
I thought that was going to roll out.
Hool's first points from the field in this half.
Yeah, she traveled there. It's too bad.
Liskoff called for the infraction. A 0.2 second difference between shot clock and game clock as play resumes. Attleboro does have the option to play for that final shot. It looks like they don't show a tremendous sense of urgency, but they take a look inside, courtesy of Sam Pierce. Instead, now it will be Milford who will take over.
And now Milford has a chance to grab a 13-point lead going into halftime, as it looks like they're going to shoot 2. Or 1 and 1, excuse me. Possibly 2.
It's Jess Tommaso at the line. She can't make the first shot. Attleboro controls the rebound. 10 seconds to go as they methodically take it up the floor. Get it into the hands of Mayer. Mayer trying to feed Pierce. Pierce loses her balance, and that will be how the first half ends. No shot before the buzzer for the Lady Bombardiers, so a very tough opponent here for Milford to face tonight, and Milford will head to the locker room down 28-17. It's still a manageable deficit as that defense continues to stand strong for the Lady Hawks, Josue.
Absolutely. I mean, we both said from the beginning it's going to start with defense. I mean, this is a tough team coming into this game, which we both knew. And from the defense led to the offense for Milford. And you look at the scoreboard now, before you know it, Milford got out to a huge run in the middle of that second quarter and really opened things up here.
Milford had momentarily cut the deficit to single digits. It ends up going back out to an 11-point lead for Attleboro as they head into halftime. So again, Coach Dolliver will talk things over with his team. We'll continue to monitor the situation with Kate Irwin, who has been missing from this game since about midway through the first quarter with an apparent left wrist injury. So still, despite losing their best player, Milford's put forth a very strong effort in the first half, and we will see how things unfold in the second half, which we will bring to you right after this. Again, coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics on Milford TV. Welcome back to Milford High School. Tim Coet, Josue Pavone, and Rob O'Keefe bringing you coverage of Milford girls basketball here on Milford TV. A 28-17 lead for the visiting Attleboro Lady Bombardiers as Sam Pierce immediately gets this third quarter started with a bucket to increase the visitors' lead.
Yeah, look for her to be much more aggressive down low for Attleboro as they look to make a comeback here in the third quarter.
Sam Pierce now up to 14 points. She by far and away leads all scorers as Tommaso's shot is well off the mark. Christine Pye gets locked up for the jump ball, and it will stay Milford ball. Josue, you were able to get an injury update at halftime on Kate Irwin.
Yeah, I talked to Kate, and she was told by the Milford trainer that it wasn't necessarily her left wrist, but more her forearm where she sustained the injury. She went for the ball, and the opponent pushed her arm inwards, as she explained it to me. So she's going to have to get x-rays tonight after the game to find out how bad the injury actually is.
So we will not see the sophomore point guard back out there for Milford tonight, a big loss. As that puts now really their two biggest scoring threats from a season ago, Irwin and Pierre Gustavo, out of commission at least for now. Milford playing well defensively all game long. Again on that possession is now Dahlgren tries for the hook shot. And once again, Liskov locking up for the jump ball. This time possession arrow gives it to the Lady Bombardiers. Just one basket so far in just 64 seconds of action in the second half. Poole taking it all the way to the basket for Attleboro. Not quite enough height to get the shot home, and yet another jump ball. Basketball goes to Milford. Milford with Powers, Tommaso, Pye, Dahlgren, and Liskov, the five on the floor. Tommaso leaning into that contact as she sent the pass away, hoping to draw the foul. Tommaso, one of those players that wears her emotions on her sleeve. When the play doesn't go her way, you know it. Turnover on the Attleboro side now. As we've not seen a whole lot of scoring so far in these early 2 minutes.
Yeah, Milford's going to have to make a run here. Want to crawl back into this one.
First foul of this third quarter called against the Lady Bombardiers. Milford to inbound just in front of their own bench. Dahlgren ahead to Powers. Powers trying to drive against Pierce. Can't get an opening. Now dishes it off to Dahlgren. Dahlgren works the perimeter. Now outside for Tommaso. A good look, but over everything. Christine Pye called for the foul that time. A 30-17 lead for the visiting Attleboro Bombardiers. Dahlgren nearly with the steal. Attleboro just able to recover. Dahlgren getting the tip again. Now it's Pye with her hand in the passing lane. And Coach Patch on the Attleboro side calling the timeout as he could sense his team was in all sorts of trouble in the backcourt. So just more good work defensively for Milford, not making it easy on Attleboro. We've only seen one bucket so far in this third quarter. 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go, a 30-17 lead for Attleboro. And more to come next on Milford TV. Back out of the timeout. Attleboro looking to get it back onto the court. They do. As Milford again looks for the trap. This time Attleboro able to advance it. Houle pulls up for the jump shot from right around the free throw line.
Got a box out there. That's how Pierce was able to get that attempt. And now she's going to get to the free throw line and get two more.
Pierce with more strong free throw shooting. As Jill Burley checks back into the game for the Lady Hawks. 2 for 2. Sam Pierce now 8 for 9 from the free throw line tonight. Adding on to her game high scoring. The only player in double figures. And just to put it in perspective, the next highest point total for any player on this Attleboro team is Emma Flashy with 4.
Oh, good job by Powers getting there, getting the ball for the putback. Milford's going to need her to get it going here in the second half if they want to crawl back into this game, because she's been a factor in the past, and we know what she's capable of.
Just 3 points so far for Powers. Missing on her first attempt. Still 32-17 after those two misses. Inside to Pierce, back outside now. More good defense for Milford.
Yeah, Milford has gone to a zone defense here in the second half, and it looks like it's working well for them, especially off of transitions. Everyone was able to get back after that missed free throw.
Burley called for the foul. All the way outside for Fatima McDonald. Now Pierce can't handle the pass. It's picked off. Up ahead to Burley, and Burley peels back. Now high pass just barely pulled down by Powers. She tries to feed Christine Pye inside, who takes the contact. Foul going on Vlashy for Attleboro. Juliana Tracy now back onto the floor, spelling Emma Liskoff. Powers trying to find a partner. She gets it into Tracy. Tracy double teamed, so they kick it back out to Tommaso. Tommaso working against McDonald. She frees up Powers. Powers with the up fake. Goes inside, gets stripped. able to control it, get it back to Tommaso. I believe that was Christine Pye actually with the shot, and then Milford with yet another rebound. They cannot turn it into points. Milford held without a bucket so far in this third quarter as Vlashy gets one on the other end for the visitors. Up to a 34-17 lead with under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. The foul going against Jordan Lako. Powers the no-look inbounds pass to Burley, who takes the long jumper. Not much in the way of long-range shooting for Milford so far tonight. Attleboro swings it around. They get it into Mayer. Not much in the way of contact there. You could see the height difference between Mayer and Juliana Tracy. It looked like it was a clean block.
It looked like Tracy just grabbed the ball away from her. It wasn't even a block. It was more of a steal.
You have to wonder if just the size difference there just induced the whistle.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Mayer misses her first. She has 2 points tonight. They both come from the free throw line. Christine Pye, another round of applause as she has been a force when she's been out there on the floor tonight. And Mayer misses both.
Oh, that's a bad way to lose the ball. It's too bad.
Successfully to Houle. She loses control of the basketball, but Attleboro stays with it.
Travel. Good call.
Milford just refusing to relent defensively. They're not intimidated by this Attleboro team.
One more.
Into Burley. Now Burley called for the traveling violation. 3 minutes and 3 seconds to play in the third quarter, and we have still not seen the Lady Hawks basket in the second half. Houle just able to corral that pass, gets it away to Pierce. Pierce's shot no good. Tommaso, the home run pass looking for Powers, but Pierce there to intercept. Now the ball loose at midcourt, scooped up by Mayer. Now the long pass ahead. And the foul on Milford as Fatima McDonald goes to the free throw line. Couple of subs coming in on both sides as Emma Liskoff checks back in for Milford. Jess Tommaso heads to the bench. One more free throw coming up for McDonald after she made her first. Two for two. It's been a very good shooting night from the free throw line for Attleboro. Jill Burley in all kinds of trouble. She's able to find Liskoff. Now it's Valenzola under the basket. Can't get any luck off the backboard. Now Tracy dives between a trio of Attleboro players. Rewarded with the jump ball. Saves the possession. The possession arrow going Attleboro's way.
It's unfortunate that Powers just reached in, but didn't make any contact, but it just looked bad in front of the referee as the ball got stuck in between Attleboro's legs there, as they call a foul for her reaching in.
Foul starting to mount for Milford. Down by 19 now as they have been held scoreless for this entire third quarter so far. Three-point range in and out. Rebound goes to Vlashy for Attleboro, but plucked away. Dahlgren able to come away with it, and now running into Emma Liskoff was Jordan Lako. Dahlgren and Burley back and forth. A good pass ahead to Liskoff. But Liskoff a little too strong on the pass into Valenzola. Dahlgren pokes it out of bounds. Coach Dolliver calls the timeout. Just a minute 40 to go in this third quarter, and the offense has evaporated for Milford so far here in the second half, and really just nothing going on the offensive side of the floor right now for the Lady Hawks, Josue.
No, it isn't. And they're making the right plays, they're making the right passes, but unfortunately it's just a hard pass here, turnover there, and it's almost like they're just one pass or one layup away from converting the first basket in the second half, as we're 140 away from the end of this third quarter.
And not a whole lot of offense to speak of in general. Just 8 points in this quarter so far for Attleboro, but holding Milford scoreless, so that lead has expanded out to 36-17 for the visitors. We'll step away for the remainder of this timeout and be back with the conclusion of the third quarter next here on Milford TV. Attleboro with the ball, up by 19 points as they send it all the way back to Sam Pierce. Now it's Houle. Attleboro taking their time here. That pass a little lackadaisical, almost stolen by Burley. And now it's Emma Vlashy who's called for the travel. This is an Attleboro team that has made tremendous strides in the Hockomock League over the last 4 years. A lot of lean years for this Attleboro girls basketball program, but they've had a couple of coaching changes that have really built up the program. They've been a playoff team the last 2 years and looking like one of the top teams in the league here in the 2015-16 season. And Milford finally getting on the score sheet.
Great move by Nicole Dahlgren. She did the same thing Friday night's game, where she was able to convert a few of those layups. She does have that ability to get to the hoop and drive. So I'm glad she was able to get herself on the board there as Milford scores the first basket of the second half.
And for Dahlgren, it's her first points of the night. So 7 long minutes with no points to speak of for Milford. They finally break out of that. Another timeout on the floor. Again, 49.8 seconds to go in the third. 36-19 now the score, with Attleboro still out in front as we bring you coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics on Milford TV. Coming back out of the timeout now with 49.8 seconds to go, and while we have the time, we want to remind you that you can catch highlights of all of the Milford athletics covered here on Milford TV each and every week by tuning into the Milford Informer. A new episode airs every Friday night at 7:30 p.m., then re-airs throughout the weekend. As Attleboro gets the bucket coming out of the timeout. Milford struggling to get it out of the backcourt. Dahlgren to Burley, was able to find a bit of a seam, now in trouble. It's bailed out by the foul. .4 seconds left as Burley looks for the inbounds pass. Dahlgren had the shot, passed it up. And now it's Valenzola from 3. Not quite enough on that. Trying to save it was Dahlgren, but the ball out.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to have the confidence to take that shot when your team is struggling as much as Milford is in the third quarter. Have to overcome that and just take those open looks that Attleboro gives you, because they come few and far between.
Final 5 seconds ticking away now. Now just 1 second to go. Hool takes the foul right at the buzzer. So we'll conclude this third quarter with free throw attempts. Coach Dolliver.
That's one thing that drives a coach nuts. Free throws when the shot clock reads 0.
And Emily Hool will take them alone on the floor. Able to get the first. Coach Dolliver asking the officials if the buzzer had sounded before the foul, but the foul stands. And Emily Hool able to conclude the third quarter with 2 successful free throws, and that gets Attleboro up to 40 points for the game. They take a 40-19 lead, and just a tough third quarter all the way around for Milford. Just 2 total points scored in that third quarter of play, Josue.
Yeah, Attleboro's really buckled down on their defense in the second half. The same defense intensity that they had in the first. They just, seems like that little halftime rest, they look like the way they came out in the very first quarter. Very aggressive on the defense and making it hard for Milford to get the good looks that they need. Forcing Milford to make turnovers, also costly turnovers, throughout that third quarter.
Yeah, Milford's best quarter offensively so far tonight, the second quarter, where they scored 10 points, scoring 7 in the first and then just 2 in that third quarter. A 12-2 advantage in points for Attleboro in that third quarter, allowing them to take a comfortable lead into these final 8 minutes.
Yeah, they were able to have that little run in the second quarter where they had a jumper, they had 2 free throws, they had the 3 by Tommaso that really that really topped off the run. Haven't been able to get back into that offensive rhythm that they were into towards the end of the second quarter.
You felt like the injury to Kate Irwin really galvanized this team in the second quarter. The focus a little bit sharper, players stepping up, but as the game has gone on, when you lose your top scoring threat, it takes its toll with the longer the game goes on.
It does, especially when you're going through that long of a drought that they went through throughout the third quarter, going scoreless. Kind of just makes things, adds pressure for you to score, and Milford was passing up a lot of open shots, it seemed like, throughout the end of that third quarter.
They trail by 21 points as we enter into this fourth quarter of play. The early foul against Attleboro allows Liskoff to go to the line, and she cannot make the shot. Right now, Milford just 3 for 9 shooting free throws tonight, and going up against an opponent like this and in a game where offense has been at a premium, not being able to take advantage of those free throws is really killer. Up ahead now for Flashy. Flashy works her way inside, gets the layup.
Sweet move. Faked right, went left. Easy 2.
Flashy up to 8 points. The near steal for Pierce.
Ooh.
Attleboro, or Milford, trying to fire it into Tracy. Pass at her feet. Called the jump ball. Looked like Tracy hit her head pretty hard on the court there, but gets up completely unfazed. Long pass stolen by Christina Capone. See Coach Dolliver just imploring the team to pick up the pace. Now it's Pye with the jumper. Pierce thinks about the 3, now tries to slice the pass into Flashy, but gets plucked away. Now Dahlgren. Dahlgren will go to the line. Just a smart play from Dahlgren there, taking the contact. finally a make from the line for the Lady Hawks. Brings it to 42-20. Now Houle able to somehow thread that pass to Pierce. She misses the shot, but right back to the line.
Milford's really let up defensively down low. First half, they were shadowing her, forcing her to go outside the paint, and now she's getting the ball where she likes it, right inside the paint.
Gets that one to rumble through. 10 of 11 from the free throw line tonight for Sam Pierce.
She's been living there all night.
Lead up to 24 with 6:27 to play. Again, Attleboro looking for the tough pass inside, but it pays off as they will once again make a trip to the free throw line. Flashy making her first free throw attempt. Just her first trip to the line tonight. Those are the kind of bounces you get in a game like this for Attleboro.
Yep. Going their way.
Outside for Liskov.
Oh, you got to take that.
Now to Capone.
Now she's going to take it.
It's Dahlgren from three. Perfect shot from Dahlgren.
She scored all of Milford's points, if I'm not mistaken, right, in the second half?
Yes, that is correct.
Great shot.
Attleboro called for the travel, much to the chagrin of head coach Rick Patch.
She sounded like a loud bark after that call. Okay, coach, you're up 23.
Cross-court pass to Capone. Capone trying to force her way inside, now backs off. And Coach Dolliver, seeing that Capone was in trouble on the sideline, calls timeout. 5 minutes and 38 seconds remain in this game. 46-23, Attleboro up big over Milford. The Lady Hawks in danger of dropping under the 500 mark on the season. Coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics on Milford TV. Dahlgren able to get it into Christine Pye out of the timeout. As again, Milford trying to use ball movement to free them up for a shot. Dahlgren takes it inside and gets two. Nicole Dahlgren up to 5 points in this fourth quarter, and as Josue pointed out, her 7 points in the second half is Milford's entire second half total. As I believe that was Grace Meyer in the corner for three.
High arc shot. It's a good looking shot.
Under 5 minutes to play in the game.
Just keep giving the ball to Nicole. Help her out, someone has to come.
She's able to feed Tracy before she sends it back outside. 9 seconds on the shot clock as Pye gets it back. Pye tosses up a prayer. Not close. Coach Patch for Attleboro starting to go to his bench more and more as he will give seniors Emma Vlashy and Emily Houle a rest. Right now it's Mish Logie. Ball goes out of play.
Yeah, it was assisted that one.
Yeah, the fact that it rolled away, that shows you my on-court basketball skills right there. So I'm at the broadcast table and not on the floor. Sam Pierce sets up for the shot.
Jeez.
2 more points for Pierce.
She has been a force tonight.
Now up to 20 points on the night for Sam Pierce.
All the way. Good take.
Dahlgren called for the travel.
Man. The ref down low had a foul, and one up top had a travel. I like the ref down low.
I think the Milford fans would agree. They stick with the travel call. Now, and even 4 minutes remain in what looks to be Milford's 3rd consecutive loss, and unfortunately their 3rd straight loss at home. Losses to Sharon and Foxborough, and now in real danger of dropping their 3rd in a row.
Burley got kicked in the mouth on that play.
As the shot clock expires, just a heave from near midcourt, and that almost went in. Burley with the jump shot off the back of the rim now. Players diving to the floor to corral the loose ball. It ends up ahead to Pierce. Now Pierce's pass too strong to handle for Mishlogi. Milford ends up with the turnover. Now outside for Burley. Burley passing up the shot. More passive play on the offensive side for Milford. Down by 26 at this point. If you have a clean look for Milford, no reason not to take the chance. As now Sam Pierce will get a rest. Emily Houle comes back into the game.
She played a great game for Attleboro. And Sam Pierce is a sophomore, so she's only going to get better.
Tracy able to knock down the free throw. Juliana Tracy 2 for 6 shooting free throws tonight. She's able to collect the defensive rebound here. Dahlgren locked up against Fatima McDonald. Possession arrow going with Milford. 2:37 left to go before this one becomes official. Milford playing a good deal of their home schedule here early on in the season. And as a result, they will not have a home game in the entire month of February for the final stretch of the regular season. And all of a sudden, things have come to a grinding halt at home, so perhaps the road won't be quite such a bad place for Milford. Maybe the change of pace exactly what they need. Emily Houle able to get the offensive board and the putback.
Well, it's always tough when you play the best 2 teams back to back. So hopefully Milford can take that as a learning experience and regroup themselves, head down the road and get themselves some wins.
Attleboro coming into this game winners of 4 straight and 8 of their first 9 games of the season. After this one, Attleboro will return home to play a tough Taunton team in their next game. Milford, meanwhile, will take on Stoughton in yet another home game coming up on Friday. We will have the coverage of that game against Stoughton here on Milford TV. Just 95 seconds to go until this one is official. Jill Burley will shoot free throws. A pair of misses for Jill Burley. Just an ugly offensive night. Nearly done now for Milford. Houle tries to spin her way inside. Emily Houle, another trip to the free throw line. Now 4 of 7 is Houle from the free throw line. One more coming up, and it's a miss. Now it's Capone to Dahlgren. Now to Pye. Pye tries to work baseline, kicks it back out to Dahlgren, again into the hands of Capone with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Dahlgren with a walk inside.
Dahlgren's face just like, come on. Let me have that one, please.
Just 45 seconds to go. Attleboro taking their time, winding down what remains of this clock. Down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. The shot taken by Mishloji, no good. And we will now watch the final 10 seconds tick away. Burley's shot. No good on the attempt, and Attleboro will dribble away the final 2 seconds. And Attleboro dribbles their way to their 9th victory of the season. An impressive one here tonight. 54-26 over Milford. And really the big takeaway from this game for Milford is the health of Kate Irwin, missing just about this entire game, coming out with that forearm injury in the first quarter. And you can only hope, if you're Coach Dolliver and this Hawks team, that the x-rays turn out to be a positive result for Milford.
Yeah, absolutely. You want things to be positive from those results, and you want to have her back against Stoughton, because it would be great for them to have a win at home before hitting the road and getting back on the winning track after losing 3 in a row.
Yeah, in the midst of a 4-game homestand is Milford, and unfortunately the first 3 of those 4 games have all been losses. Now Sharon, Foxborough, and Attleboro coming into the Milford gym and defeating this Lady Hawks team. Well, that will wrap up our coverage tonight. Again, we will be back in the Milford gym on Friday for that coverage of the Lady Hawks taking on Stoughton. We hope you'll join us then. In the meantime, for Rob O'Keefe and Josue Pavone, I am Tim Coette. Your final score one final time, Attleboro 54 and Milford 26. This has been a presentation of Milford High School Athletics here on Milford TV. So long, everybody.